clever. They say racism don't exist, but yo, cops still pull us over. They say racism don't exist, but they still like. Oh, yo.
Go ahead.
Oh, what's going on? We in Atlanta? Where we at? Sugar Hill?
Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill? That's north of Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never know where I am. I just come to Georgia and ride around or whatever. But we got to head down to Macon. Talked to a couple of my professors about to do a joint at Mercer at about 6 o'clock or whatever. Then head to open mic in Macon around 7:38. Holla at YO host down in Macon. I'm usually in debt with her because when I was in college, she always let me come through the open mic and you know, spit some new pieces. You know, really, that's where I improved a lot of my skill or whatever, and really set some foundation for a lot of things we're doing now. And so Macon is kind of home, my second or third home, something like that. You know, so kind of always excited to go down there. So that's what we got to do. Hopefully everything goes well. Probably hear from me in a few minutes. All right. Last joint. This joint called The Poem for Poets. So.
Come on this side, it's glad. Go ahead.
That's 11-hour office, I think. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Paper makes poison the papyrus with no cure. Matter of fact, peep the data. Fuck, hold on, man.
Go ahead.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Cracking books amongst crackheads, crooks, and crackers. Scribbling scripts described by other scribes. Visually, vocally, versing my vibes, ba-boom. Vibes, ba-boom. Vibes, ba-boom. YT stole property from Indian tribes, leaving nowhere for Indians to reside in the end. The last of the Mohicans fell to white men that we failed to mention, and systems filled with kids whose mammies never read the testaments. They were too busy producing specimen, thought they were fucking special men, until the daddy didn't think nothing of the child. I've seen sperm flow the wrong way like the river Nile. You see, many of us were accidents filled with good intentions, but many gave up on us. Just send them to detention. Nah, just send them to juvie. Nah, just send them to prison. Now we know how the black man is missing, cause he showed up in jail where Dick showed up and tell. But in my school, we never had show and tell, cause it wasn't hard to tell. We didn't have much to show for ourselves. Parent-teacher nights never went too well. Saw many rising stars fall behind, cause no one really never took the time to motivate on why we're supposed to get an education. Look at the situation. There wasn't much motivation to make us want to learn, so we yearned to be the nigga on the corner who had all that money. Ain't it funny? Don't nobody know what happened to dude. I heard he was dead. Word spreads that he took 2 shots to the head just like my uncle did last night when he was sipping brew. They say he got fucked up when he went to the army too. Figure out what he wanted to do with his life. And now, it's 22 years later, and he's still trying to figure out. And I'm his nephew. I was born, I was raised, I learned to grow from it all that I saw around me. And that's what I just described to you. Get the shit rolling.
Go ahead.
Poem for poets. Paper makes poison the papyrus with no cure. Matter of fact, peep the data. This is potent poetry, pure. I told him, nah, this ain't no hustle. This is passion-filled art and abnormal love. Ink is pumping through my heart, so when I get killed, you might imagine, oil spills. 10 niggas standing there like, damn, that shit is real. Mesmerized to learn that I really bleed black. Reveal my scars on stage. Sometimes the crowd bleeds back. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, artists need feedback. When I'm hungry for hip-hop, I listen to 3 Stacks. Used to ride around rapping along to each track. Rhymes are roadmaps for dope boys in these traps, cause real direction is what cats in the streets lack. When they call, I respond. Tell them look beyond. If you want to keep it real, start by raising your sons. If you want to keep it real, start by raising your sons. I mean, no man should play God, but it's cool to raise your sons. I guess I'm just tripping cause my father never raised his son. Having a dad was my dream that dried up like a raisin in the sun. Childhood deferred, I was referred to spoken word. Any poets feeling that, let me hear you say word. Word. Word to the cat, still addicted to the page, addicted to that white, that cocaine flow. Trying to get high tonight. You might catch him in the corner overdosing at open mics. Getting high of haiku, strictly poetry, no prose. We are metaphor junkies. We put similes up the nose, sniffing line after line, producing internal rhyme. Nostrils bleeding back ink, so when we fall ill, you might imagine, Oil spills. 10 niggas standing there like, damn, that shit is real. Mesmerized to learn that we really bleed black. Reveal our scars on stage. Sometimes the crowd bleeds back. Poem for poets. Native son. Niggas leave Queens semen throated. Kinda graphic, ain't it? My paragraph is painted. My habitat is tainted by hypocrisy and Christians whose beliefs never made it home. America's hidden history is of chiefs made to roam. The rightful kings were dethroned. They say my name ain't my own. I push P through microphones. Just hoping y'all hear clearly that I never claimed to be God and never needed no man to fear me. Been nearly a year since my uncle lost his life. Bloody murder scene, cameo appearance, crack pipe. Black strife in the city exactly where I grew up. Brothers threw up gang signs, claiming territories they never owned, territories their ancestors slaved over. I'm trying to remain sober, but I can't lie, I'm confused. They say suicide ain't, but abortion is cool. Babies flush down stools, toilets, whatever. Life still spoils, clever. They say racism don't exist, but cops still lock us up. They say racism don't exist, but cops still pull us over. They say racism don't exist, but yo, we still poor. Been struggling like this since the 70s. Surely senators can save us. Nah, not hardly. Voted Democratic Party, but still skeptic. That black pride is in my fucking veins, so I rep it. Far away from Stephen Fetching, I'm potentially Lumumba in 1961, or Mau Mau's, or Christopher K.P. Brown protesting apartheid in Johannesburg. Sitting next to Mandela, missing Winnie, because blacks love the hardest. The brightest light illuminates through the darkest, like Malcolm up in Harlem telling us our skin looks like gold.